All right. So, my buddy Carmen, how's everything?
Good, good. And yourself?
Doing real good, real good. So, I wanted to hop on this call to do this testimonial because one, you've been a dedicated and diligent student of mine of staying consistent with your progress, your work, your workouts, and not only that, being a good promoter of health and wellness. You creating your community around you to actually help other people too. And not only that, what you've learned you also spread. And that's something I truly, truly appreciate.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've been strong on this program. Let me ask you, Carmen, what got you initiating the program? What made you even want to hire a coach?
Well, to be honest, my wife and I got married in 2022. So I think it was about 6 months before our wedding, we joined a gym, which you at the time were working at, and conversating with you about, working out and getting a trainer. The more we went, the more we talked to you, the more I realized, although that gym atmosphere was pretty like self-taught,
Mhm,
you still kind of wanted it and needed a guidance to help you really understand the muscle groups you're working and the equipment you're using and how it really does impact you and your body on a different level. So I had training sessions with you with that gym, and then you uh stated you were leaving to start your own training business, which
mhm.
I was all for. And then you provided me with the program as a test tutorial, and I took a look at it, and it was appealing, which is why I signed up with you. And I knew that you had a wealth of knowledge to where you didn't make someone feel like they were dumb for asking a question
Mhm,
or intimidating. Um, you're very welcoming and very like, hey, let's have a conversation about it. You tell me what you're looking for, and you gave me that opening of, feeling safe and secure to talk to you. So having that as a coach green lighted the me signing up for the program, to be honest with you, because as anybody can tell you, you can go download any app and do the workouts there that they provide you for 20, $25 a month,
mhm,
and but you're not getting the wealth of knowledge that comes with that on a person to person, whether it be virtual or in person.
mhm,
And I think that's a plus. And that actually, for me to get started in it, I needed that one on one, which you were providing. And then we did the virtual, which also was helpful. And you were very available for anytime I had a question. And you also communicate, hey, listen, I might not be around for a couple hours, but message me, I'll get back to you. And you always did that. So
mhm,
the fact that you gave me that comfort level, and I knew that you would be the coach that would stand by me as not just a paying client,
mhm.
but as a person, that that was a green light as well.
Man, that is awesome. Thank you so much for that, Carmen. I think that's very sweet
I
hearing
mean,
that,
it's
you know.
honest. It's honest. I would tell you, I mean, before we even started the program, when you gave me that 2 week trial period, you were like, hey, take a look at this, provide me feedback. You were open to that and, you listen. And that says a lot as a coach, not a lot of coaches, and I've seen people coach actually listen to their clients.
Mm,
Hey, this hurts. Matter of fact, when I hurt, I think it was my abdominal area, I pulse on you were like, all right, do these exercise, or even my lower back, you were like, do these stretches,
mhm,
and I just don't see that very often. You taking a person taking the time, let alone a coach taking the time to really walk the person through.
mhm.
Most people are like, hey, you paid, I'm just gonna give you what you paid for. And you definitely go up and beyond that, no matter what. So I appreciate that. And you definitely impacted me that I signed up for another 6 months with you.
Yeah.
So that says a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, thank you so much. So,
Of
with that
course.
being said, what results, both physically, mentally, in all areas of your life, what results have you seen hopping onto the program?
Well, So the good thing about this program is you're a coach of not just workout plans. You're a coach of macros and teaching the person about how to count your food and how to actually count macros in general, protein, the carbs and the fat, and the difference in every single one of those. You've gotten me to look more at ingredients and the percentages and the grams of protein, carbs, fats, trans fats, all of that stuff. I never looked at any of that before. I just grabbed it because I liked it and kept it moving.
Hmm.
And you know that was more so the food aspect of it. The other aspect was the mental was, if I was having a rough week or a rough day, you would take a minute and ask me, hey, what's going on? Has something changed? Not to be in someone's business, but you were like, yeah, this is a safe place. Like, I'm your counselor too if you need me.
Hmm.
And you shared a good amount of books to read and to benefit from, and vice versa. And that says a lot because, again, it's not just about lifting weights. And that's what you've were always being instrumental about. Like, hey, although I am a workout coach, like, I'll give you the weights and things, but you got to understand all the other pieces that tie together. you
Hmm.
know Going to the gym, honestly, if I'm having a rough day or a rough week, which is very rare, but when I do, I feel like once I go to the gym and work out, I'm feeling 10 times better. Not physically, but mentally.
Hmm.
Physically, I'm hurting because I'm sore. But hey, it comes with it.
Yeah.
Um, um, so yeah, like, it's just, again, a wealth of knowledge that you provide on different levels of I've ever seen of a coach.
Hmm.
Mentally, physically, even emotionally, you're there and you're like, hey, what do you need? I got you. Take a week off if you're feeling, not in it, or just try and do two workouts. So it's like you don't make someone feel like, oh my God, I must do it or I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, you don't give
Hmm.
that aura, so to speak. Um,
Hmm.
the macros you've definitely given, you've educated me on that, guiding me on my fitness pal has helped.
Hmm.
um I don't do very well tracking, but I do get better when I'm head in. So if I'm
Hmm.
fully focused, I'm completely disciplined. You help build good habits,
Hmm.
and stop bad habits, and you don't get on someone for being like, if you drank yesterday. Listen, that's on you, but know what's going to happen to your body when you consume that alcohol. So, like, you're always constantly educating and never making someone feel guilty for doing what they're doing.
Hmm. Hmm. I appreciate that. That's cool. So, and how has that helped you now feel more confident implementing what you've learned now for the rest of your life? Because really, essentially, the goal is to get you more comfortable, create this
Oh,
lifestyle, and to have it for the rest of your life.
honestly, from when I signed up with you in August of last year or June, I don't remember. It was between June and August. We signed up for the first 6 months. Um, I was 0%, zero on everything. Um, this time around, honestly, I'm about 80% confident that I can handle it on my own.
Hmm.
Um, but again, I have to do it more, be more consistent with staying to the goal that I want. So this time around, my goal was, to be a certain body type within 6 months. Um, I didn't get there, but I realized a lot while trying to get there, how my body was changing with the workout plan and the food regimen.
Hmm.
And I saw the results instantly. Like, as you stay consistent, I think I was going about uh what, 8 weeks straight, and I noticed it immediately, like at that 8 week mark. Wow, okay, feel the difference. I feel how strong my body is. I feel full in smaller portions of food.
Hmm.
My higher protein intake, definitely didn't realize I wasn't eating that much protein until I did the program, and realized that it is healthier to eat the protein. Finding substitutes in protein, where you get more grams of it than less.
Mhm.
So paying attention to that more, you
Mhm.
definitely showed me that because I didn't know that. And, I would text you like, hey, I'm at the supermarket. I found this yogurt. It's got 28 grams of protein opposed to this yogurt that only got 11. This is going bye-bye. you know,
Yeah.
you've been there,
Uh-huh.
now I look at anything that I want to try and I look at to
Mhm.
see how much protein it has.
Good.
Literally, oh no, it's not greater than 10. I don't want it.
Yeah.
And I turn away things because of that.
Mhm.
So it's like, I'm there. If I stay completely focused into it, I know I can achieve it from what you've taught me and
Mhm.
shown me.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's, yes, I'm 75 right now. By the end of this program, I should be at 100. I mean, I could put together if I needed to a food regimen, right? That was one of the goals that you had for me was, hey, I want you to be able to put your food regimen together. Count your calories, hit your protein, hit your carbs, hit your fats. And yeah, I wouldn't hit my carbs and
Mhm.
fats so much all the time, but that was good because I wanted to make sure I hit my protein.
Mhm.
And you've showed me how to do that,
Mhm.
and with that, it helped me evolve to be even more mindful when selecting foods to eat in my day to day.
Mhm. 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 For sure. And now it's getting you like creating that regimen of your workouts, right? And
Yeah.
then being honed in on that.
Yeah.
But
I want to get to the
mhm.
point where I don't have to look at my phone. I just do the workout because I know exactly what I'm going to do that day, what machines I'm going to hit, how many reps, you know, this time around again with the workouts, you've shown me to be more present and not in a rush when doing the workouts, which has helped tremendously. Because most people want to just go to the gym, get the workout done, and leave. I was one of those people the first time around. The second time around, I realized if I take my time and I do pay attention to the reps and the movement of my body, I'm getting a better result at the end.
Mhm.
And I'm not
Mhm.
feeling so much exhaustion
Mhm.
when I'm
Mhm.
rushing it, opposed to rushing it when I do feel exhausted after I'm done. So
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
helped.
That's good. That's good. Man, I'm so glad to hear that, Carm. Getting more confidence in the gym, your workouts, your nutrition, and the progress you made so far,
Yeah.
it's been nothing less of amazing. But let me ask you, if someone was on the fence of hiring a coach for their health and fitness, because it is an investment,
hmm
would you, what would you tell them if they're on the fence? What would you say?
I would say, how many prescriptions are you on?
Oh, okay.
Because when you think about it, it should never come second to hiring someone to help you on your journey to get a little bit to get healthier and more and fit. You're not looking to be a supermodel or a bodybuilder, but you want to say, ask yourself, do I want to stay on these prescriptions the rest of my life? Or do I even want to be on the verge of being given prescriptions? So the reason why I also made the change most recently was because I'm getting to a certain age in my life. I'm 46. So, a woman's body changes in a lot of ways, hormones, all of that, you know, um, and when doctors start saying, oh, you have to pay attention to your cholesterol, you have to pay
Mhm.
attention to this and your high blood pressure or whatever, you should be instantly like, no, not doing that. I'm not putting drugs in my body to stay alive. I'd rather find a healthier option, which is literally working out and eating right. And you don't have to necessarily eat right every day. You can go have a cheat meal or a cheat day if you want it. But then you're going to realize that once you do that, it wasn't worth it
Yeah.
because then you're feeling like crap. You're like,
Mhm.
oh, that didn't sit well. That's making me tired. And it's the foods that we're putting in our body. And that's the one thing that we don't get educated on by any of our doctors. They're quick to be like, oh, I'll write you this prescription. And, if you're hesitant on making a choice, you don't necessarily have to decide at that moment, just give it a try.
Mhm, mhm,
and then make that decision. And I can almost guarantee you'll be happy you did it because
mhm,
I know I was.
mhm, mhm.
And I have no problem with pulling people into this web of health and fitness that I've indulged in.
Yeah, let's talk a little more about that. How many people did you actually pull into also the program and to get in this the health and wellness? Because you've been a great promoter. You've been like another coach out there. That's pretty dope.
I don't know. I think it was like what, 3 or 4 maybe? I mean, one thing I do is I do carry your cards. So anybody who asks, I be like, here. I do show them your Instagram. I show them your transformations.
Mhm,
You know, it's like you have to want it. It's a psychological thing, right?
100%.
Everybody always wants the easy way out, the easy process. And if you think about it, nothing is easy in life. You always have to work for it. It's about what you want to work harder for.
Mhm,
And a lot of people for fitness, it's not their thing. Some people don't want to go to the gym because, not for nothing, the gyms are intimidating. They
mhm,
are.
100%.
Um, they're not a safe space for some people because they don't feel it. And
Mhm,
and I don't blame them. I even for myself, I've walked in gyms and people were side eyeing me, looking at me, and I'm just like, screw you. Like
mhm,
I pay a membership just like you do.
mhm,
So I get it, but you can't let that push you away from taking care of your temple. Your body's your temple. And if you
mhm.
don't take care of it, nobody else is. So
Wow. Yeah.
a lot of people that the few people that I've recommended to you that actually have signed up with you, um, they're grateful for it. They did, shorter programs, but they benefited from it. And, you know, nothing they don't sit there and say, "Oh, why'd you make me do that?" No, they're grateful for it. And
Mhm,
that makes me happy. And I will always advocate for a virtual coach or in-person coach if that's what they want. They
mhm,
just got to be ready to spend the money. And at the end of the day, it's it's an investment in you, and it's up to you how long you want it for.
mhm, mhm,
This
mhm,
isn't this isn't meant to be long term. It's meant to
mhm,
be up to a term of where you've obtained all the knowledge that's there, and you can comfortably say, "I can do this by myself."
mhm.
And I
And that
think
is the main goal.
that's the misconception that people have.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, if I get a fitness coach, how do I break up with him? Easy. Program's done. Love you, but gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's also that thing, where
Mhm,
people they don't know how to break up with a coach.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
It's like, no, you can easily just say, "Hey, it's been fun, but I'm done with this program."
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And not only that too, I think the main goal for many people, coaches, even people hiring a coach, is to be that person who's able to fish on their own, right?
Mhm.
Not just be given a fish, but be taught how to fish.
Yeah,
Know how to like string your own rod, do whatever you need, in fitness sense, of course, but to be able to navigate your health and fitness on your own, right? That is the main
right.
key. Hmm.
No, it's true, and, it's it's a comfort level, and I think
Hmm.
you do give instant comfort. Everybody that signed up with you that I referred has always said that. You hear people out, you ask them what their reservations are, and they feel heard,
Hmm.
and I think that says a lot, you know? So, that's a compliment to you, man. You make it easy.
I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much, Carmen, for coming on into this testimonial and talking all about the program and even all the nice things you have to say about me. Thank you so much.
I mean, it's not you're not paying me for this, okay?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not. Not at all.
It's
You're a
only
genuine friend.
it's the truth. I'm glad we crossed paths. I'm glad, you started your own venture, and I'm glad you're succeeding in it as you should be. You definitely give a comfort level to people who aren't comfortable with working out or even know anything of working out.
Mhm.
Um, you're good for saying, "Hey, what else do you need from me? You know, is there anything else you want to try?" And you build a program off of anything you want to try. Like, when I told you I was signing up for softball,
Mhm.
I told you, "Hey, I want to be healthier. I don't want to feel like I can't run a base or
Mhm.
I can't play a position." And you build my program off of that. So that actually got me in the shape I needed to be in and feel comfortable out on that softball field.
Mhm.
So that fact that you tailor it to a person's goals or needs, that says a lot also as a coach, because not many coaches do that. They
Mhm.
just have a program, you
Mhm.
pick one of the tiers, and then that's it.
Extend it to.
You actually go off of the person's wants and needs and what
Mhm.
they're trying to achieve, and you build it off of that. And that says a lot. And I appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's
Again,
true.
mhm. I appreciate this a lot, Carmen, honestly. Man, a lot of fire points that you brought out in this whole testimonial. I'm like, man, that could be like a little clip in a reel or something. I'm like, that's crazy. But I appreciate that, Carmen. Thank you so much for
I
this
mean, I'm
interview.
only speaking the truth, Diego.
Hmm.
It's not, as we're talking more and I'm
Yeah.
talking more, I'm realizing, oh, wait, you did that too. And these are things that you should be advocating and saying
Hmm.
that, like, you do these things. And people got to see that. People got to realize, like, it's not just an expensive one. Like, granted, it's not cheap, but
Hmm.
it shouldn't be, because if it is,
Hmm.
then what are you really getting?
Yeah.
So, you know, um, I listen, you got to do what's best for you and not think about the cost so much more than thinking about what you want your body to feel like when you get up in the morning, when you go for a walk, when you go on a vacation, and you realize, wow, I can't even do a hike because I can't breathe because I'm out of shape. Or, oh, I have all these medicines I have to take because I'm out of shape. And, a lot of people look at, oh, well, it's hereditary. No, it's not. No, it's not. You can change your dynamic. You can change your body from inside by
Hmm.
doing a change of working out, eating better, and just being active. You can change it. You can't
1000%.
completely reverse things, but you can definitely change it to where you're a lot healthier,
Hmm. Hmm.
you know? So
Cool.
it's up to the person.
I hear you, Carmen. Thank you again for this interview. You're going to see this
You're
posted
welcome.
very soon. I appreciate this a lot and your hard work and everything that you've done, Carmen. So thank
And I
you.
appreciate you.
All right, my friend.